Hello, hello, hello. And looks like Sunday night's gonna be my night to like go hiking and do the nature thing. So excuse me being outdoor and being flustered, but let's go ahead and get to this UFC 252 recap video. And I'm in Signal Hill in Long Beach. This is Signal Hill. Just got through with my hike there. Forgive all of the sweat and all of that stuff. But anyway, we're here to talk about UFC 252. It was a great event. I hope you saw it. I actually made 5 picks. But if you saw the event, you know that one of the picks didn't happen. And I'm kind of flustered right now, so I don't remember which fight that was that didn't happen. So only 4 of my picks were legitimate. And out of those 4 picks, I only got 1. Not the best night for me. Let's go ahead and get into it though. So first up, the one pick I did get, I chose Murad Divashvili to beat John Dodson, and he did. This went all 3 rounds, and he just looked fantastic. He looked strong. He was able to take him down, even though John Dodson was able to pop back up, and he was able to take him down multiple times. Maybe playing with the view, with the lighting here. Okay. He was able to pop back up. He was able to keep taking him down. He was able to land some shots on the hands. He was able to have like a spinning back fist. He looked strong. He didn't look like he even busted a sweat at the end of those 3 rounds. He looked really powerful. He needs to shore up that stand up. He needs to get more diversity in his strikes, a little bit more kicks, because of course his wrestling is that base, and he looked great at it. But honestly, I picked him, and he surpassed my expectations. I believe that Murad, again, flustered, is definitely one to watch. So who would you like to see him fight next? Next up, did not get this pick. Oh wait, honorable mention, we saw for the replacement fight, I'm gonna call him Baby Burns. Gilbert Burns' brother right now. He lost to Daniel Padilla, who actually came back after about 6 years, I believe it is. He's 35 years old, came back with an incredible finish in the second round, caught him in a crucifix. He could not get out of it. It was actually, no, all in the first round. All in the first round. Great win for him, and I do believe he is back in the mix in the UFC. So who would you like to see next for Daniel Padilla? Again, I did not make a pick on that because that was a last-minute replacement fight, and unfortunately I had some unfortunate events this weekend, so I was preoccupied with that, with family. So anyway, priorities, right? So anyway, next up, I chose JDS to beat Jairzinho Rozenstruik. He did not. It looks good for the first round. They were going back and forth. He landed some shots. He landed some kicks. JDS is that is. Rozenstruik also landed some shots. They both looked fast. It looked really, really even that first round. In the second round, however, it was Jairzinho who actually landed with a 2-piece combination. It was a left and then a right, which dropped JDS. He actually landed on all fours with his back towards Jairzinho. Jairzinho was able to get on top, land some ground and pound as JDS was standing back up. And then he dropped him again, and some more ground and pound, and the ref stopped the fight. Great stoppage and great win for Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Who would you like to see him fight next? And co-main event, I chose Sugar Sean O'Malley to beat Marlon Vera. He did not. This ended in the first round. They were going back and forth, and it looked like I don't know. O'Malley had a broken foot before. I don't know if he re-injured that, possibly the knee, but it was during the fight. It looks like he just kind of collapsed, and you knew something was wrong. Either way, he tried to press on. Marlon was able to get him down. I just thought I heard an animal there. I was like, oh, what? Marlon was able to get him down to the ground, land some serious ground and pound. And Herb did stop the fight a bit early, and I think it's because Herb knew that his knee was injured. Sean did not protest the stoppage. In fact, he just grabbed his knee in pain. So he didn't protest the fight. Some of his corner did. However, he did not protest the stoppage due to him being injured. So someone give me an update on the Sugar Show. Let me know if he's okay. Hate for him to lose via an injury, but if you got the injury during the fight, then that is caused by your opponent. So that's not one of those, oh, he was injured before the fight, there's an excuse there. No, he got injured trying to move within the fight from the opponent. So that's all is fair in war and war, right? So on to who would you like to see Marlon Vera fight next? And I do believe he's on like a 5 or 6 fight winning streak. Sneaky little winning streak there in the bantamweight division, which is super stacked. He is kind of an underdog. He is kind of being overlooked. So who would you like to see Marlon Vera fight next? Now, main event, and still UFC heavyweight champion, Mr. Stipe Miocic. Let me hurry up since I'm losing light completely here. Sorry for that, y'all. But again, nature. So Stipe Miocic, he retained his title, 5-round unanimous decision. I completely agree, although we did have a little bit of controversy. It started out with them going back and forth a little bit. Daniel did get a takedown. He was able to pop back up, but it was pretty even that first round. In fact, Daniel actually probably landed some of the more significant shots, so he might have even got away with that first round. Second round was more Stipe. Daniel kind of stopped going for the takedowns. I don't know if he thought he could just stand with them more with the feet. I don't know if he was trying to disguise the takedowns. I don't actually know. I thought he was was going to wrestle more than that. I thought he was going to press and at least threaten the takedowns more than that, but he didn't. He kept trying to go like over the shoulder, over the head, but Stipe's like 5 inches taller, plus really wide, so that grip for the dirty boxing wasn't really working, and he didn't really make any adjustments. I was very frustrated watching DC in these first 3 rounds. Now, at the end of the second round, Stipe landed a major shot and then followed up with a flurry. Actually had some ground and pound, landed on top, had Daniel up against the cage, ground and pound, and saved by the bell, basically. The ref let it go to the end of the round. After that, I really thought, okay, Daniel, you need to go for more takedowns. Dominic Cruz even said the same thing. So we go into the third round, and early on in the third round, Stipe, so there was an eye poke from DC to Stipe. There was also a groin kick from Stipe to DC, and then now we had another eye poke from Stipe to DC, where he really went about knuckle deep into DC's eye. The ref did not catch this. He did let it go, but it was nasty. And from then on, I don't know if DC just, well, we do know he couldn't see out of that eye. For the rest of that round, he lost that round. Again, kept trying to grab over the head. But this time, I don't know if it was out of not being able to make the adjustments just because simply he thought he could knock him out, or not making adjustments because he could no longer see out of that eye. So end of the third round, he goes back to his corner, and he actually tells his corner, he went knuckle deep in a whole finger in the eye. I can't see out of this eye. So he even said that during the fight. Back in, you could see 4th and 5th round, all downhill from there. Stipe actually got stronger as the fight went on, and he won the fight, unanimous decision. And Daniel's eye, yes, I believe it would have been his left eye, it looked like he might need surgery. This looked extremely bad. He said he's done. This is his last fight. He looked really dejected, and it was really emotional to see Joe and all of them so emotional talking to DC, because you know they are in fact friends. So it was a very emotional moment, and also happy for Stipe to come back and get his retribution, even though you guys know he's not necessarily my favorite champion, because I just feel like the joy isn't there. But who knows? He actually had to have surgery because of the eye poke that he suffered from DC from the last fight. So even though I don't believe in tit for tat, both of those eye pokes were horrible. Hate to see it happen on any fighter, but that is where we are. So you guys let me know what you thought about this whole situation, what you think about the eye poke. Should DC go ahead and retire? He is 41. He's got a new baby on the way. And I think this probably is it. You guys let me know if you think this is definitely it for DC Daniel Cormier. And who should Stipe Miocic fight next? So yeah, those are all my picks. Let me know your injury updates. I'm going to go back and watch the prelims when I get home now, as I'm losing light. And again, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe, subscribe. Talk to me, take care. And give me all your thoughts, of course, on this entire event, what should happen next with the heavyweight division, what you thought of the eye pokes and all of that. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and I'm repeating myself. Again, tired from the hike. Subscribe, talk to me, take care. Goodbye.